Hello golfers, Bryan Pate here. I want to give you a drill that's going to help you turn your body more in the backswing. What this is going to do, it's going to allow you to get the hands up back higher, farther behind you, or if the body's not active in the backswing and just the arms are trying to move the golf club, what you'll see is this right arm is going to want to pull back too far and my lead arm is going to be too low in the backswing. So what I'm going to do is I have the golfer's toolbox set up here to make an X, just so I know kind of where my target line is going to be and where the middle of my stance is at. So if I place a club across my chest, I'm going to have the grip pointing out towards the target. As I hinge over into my golf posture, where my arms would be hanging naturally, we don't want to be too reaching or sitting back too much where the arms would be falling into my thigh. So when we have that nice hinge from the hips, and my heart down to the ground, now the goal is, can I get this grip to go across the white line there? A couple things that are going to help. If I had this right foot too straight, as I turn, it's going to restrict some hip mobility and it's not going to let me get that club across the white line. So I can flare that right foot out a little bit to help move the whole right leg, and that's going to give me some more freedom to turn into that trail hip. Also, in the backswing, this trail knee, we don't want to feel like we're keeping it stationary and turning over it. Again, you'll see that's going to restrict how much turn I can create. We want to feel that our chest is still turning, but this right leg is going to feel like it's pushing up and back behind us, and it's going to lose some flex, and the left leg is going to gain a little bit of flex. And as my hips are turning, that's going to bring that trail knee in slightly into the midline, but what you'll see is that's going to help me create a lot more turn in the backswing. Now in doing so, we just want to watch that we're not moving everything over to the right side or away from the target in the backswing. We still want to feel like our hips and our torso are turning in the middle of our feet. So after we do a couple of these little turns, now I'm going to pull this rod away from the golf ball to give us some room, and I want to create the same feels in the backswing. So we're imagining that that club's across their chest. As we go to the top of our swing, what does it feel like to turn our chest quite a bit, almost feeling this lead shoulder is getting on the backside of the golf ball. So after we did that a couple times, start small when you have a golf ball. That way you can walk through the same feels, feel the big turn, and then go ahead and unwind. Now if we miss a golf ball, don't be too concerned about the result. The goal is, did I create the same motion and feel that I was trying to do in my rehearsal swings? Also, another good way of doing this is do your rehearsal swings back behind the golf ball 2 or 3 times. And the way to do it would be do 1, club across the chest, 2, club out in front of us, creating the same feel. You can link that into a finish feel, kind of bouncing on that lead foot to make sure your pressure was correct. Then you can walk into a golf ball, set up to it, and create the same feel and move that through. So again, when you're training for a change, don't worry about the result, worry about what motion you're working on.